Hello everyone. In this week, we're going to cover some basics of print reading. Starting out with the broad question of what are print sets and why exactly do we use them? And then we'll cover different drawing systems, some common architectural views, and finish up by talking about some architectural drawing conventions. What exactly are print sets? They are a communication device. Now, last week we talked about different ways to complete a project delivery systems. All right, the print sets are an important tool of communication during that project delivery process. They are developed during the architectural design process. The print sets go through a number of different iterations during pre-design, schematic design, design development, construction documents, that's when most of them are produced, and finally they are used during construction. How do we produce these print sets? Well, traditionally, they were done with hand drafting, and we still use hand drafting today for sketching and quick communication, for example, during meetings. All right, but most print sets are produced either using CAD or BIM. The difference is CAD is line based, as if you are drawing lines to communicate. BIM is object based, as if you are placing real time objects in your computer files, such as walls, doors, and windows. Three-dimensional objects, such as buildings, can be portrayed using different drawing systems. These drawing systems provide alternate ways of thinking about and representing, and again, communicating what we see or what we envision in our mind's eye. So here we have an example of a simple building portrayed in several different drawing systems. Drawing systems can be classified as pictorial or orthographic. And the difference is, do they display a three-dimensional object or a two-dimensional view of an object? Right? I've highlighted all of the pictorial views in this image. They're circled in orange here. You can see that oblique, isometric, perspective views, those are all pictorial views. The only one that's not is the orthographic views. Now, which one do architectural drawings typically use? They use the orthographic views. So let's learn more about that. Orthographic views. The ortho part of this means at right angles. And so they are top or side views, two-dimensional views of an object or a room or space. Orthographic views don't show any depth. They're drawn to scale, and that's what all architectural plans and elevations use. Any one orthographic drawing can't fully describe a three-dimensional object because it only shows two dimensions. To provide full information about a 3D object, such as a building, all right, we use multiple views. The system of views that you see on your screen here is called multi-view projection. You can see that there are three views, top, front, and right. They each show two dimensions to fully describe a three-dimensional object. The best way to envision these orthographic views for the multi-view drawings is called the projection method. And here's how it goes. First, imagine a sheet of glass. It's parallel to the front surface of your object, whatever object it is. All right, this is the plane of projection. And so each point on that object is going to be projected, all right, out to the sheet of glass, and then we draw an outline, all right, and that will show how the object appears to the viewer. If you surround your object with different glass panes parallel to each principal face of your object, they're going to form a box. All right. And if you then use the projection method on each side of that box, your observer who's standing outside is going to see 6 standard views of the object through the imaginary glass box. Now, these are orthographic views from each side of the object, each side of the box, and each one of them is going to show 2 of the 3 dimensions. If you look at any one side of the box, any one image, you can't understand the full 3D object. Next, imagine taking your glass box and unfolding it, okay, until you have a sheet of drawings. And what we end up with are multi-view drawings. All right, these are individual views, individual orthographic views, and they're arranged in a multi-view format. Typically, 3 views are shown for a full picture of the item. All right, the top view, the front view, and the side view. Right, and they are arranged specifically in the what you see on the screen here. All right. If you particularly need another view, of course you can add one. All right, but this is usually enough. Now you're going to practice this multi-view projection in your homework this week. So make sure that you take a look at page 548 in your textbook. All right, it's all the way at the end. It's in the appendix, and it walks you step by step of how to produce these multi-view drawings. Thanks everyone. In this video, we just covered print sets in general, different drawing systems, including pictorial and orthographic, and then looked at orthographic drawing systems in much more detail. Thanks.